Which chess openings emphasize controlling c6? If you are curious about which chess openings focus on controlling the c6 square, you are in for an interesting discussion. The c6 square plays a significant role in many strategies, especially in the early game. Let's break down some openings that highlight this control. First up is the Caro-Kann Defense. This opening begins with the moves one pawn to e4 followed by one pawn to c6. The idea here is to challenge white's central control while preparing to push the pawn to d5. The pawn on c6 supports the d5 pawn, allowing black to maintain flexibility in the center. This control is vital for a stable pawn structure and helps prevent white from gaining too much space. Next, we have the Slav Defense. Although it does not directly target c6, it begins with one pawn to d4, one pawn to d5, and then one pawn to c4 followed by one pawn to c6. This opening focuses on maintaining a strong pawn center and effectively developing pieces. Controlling c6 here supports key central squares, which is essential for both sides. Another important opening is the Queen's Gambit declined. In some variations, black plays the move c6 to support the d5 pawn. This helps to prevent white from advancing their pawn from d4 to d5, which could give them too much control in the center. In addition to these main openings, there are other lines where controlling c6 becomes relevant. For example, in certain variations of the Sicilian defense, black might play c6 to support a d5 push or to prepare for piece development. Now, why is controlling c6 so important? For one, it is adjacent to the central d5 square, making it a key area for central control. This influences the mobility of pieces and can shape the entire game. The pawn on c6 can support the d5 pawn, allowing for a flexible pawn structure and various strategic options. Practically speaking, controlling c6 can prevent your opponent from advancing their pawns in the center. This helps maintain a balanced position. Additionally, a well-supported c6 square can serve as a strong outpost for your pieces, enhancing their influence on the board. Finally, controlling c6 can also be part of a larger strategy to prepare for counterplay. Depending on the opening and the overall position, this control can set the stage for future tactics on the queenside or in the center. In summary, openings like the Caro-Kann Defense, Slav Defense, and Queen's Gambit declined emphasize controlling the c6 square. This control is vital for central dominance, flexible pawn structures, and effective piece development. Understanding these openings can give you a solid foundation for your chess strategies.